So guys, I am a huge fan of 3D platformers. It is probably my favorite game genre of all time, and then probably 2D platformers after that. And being born in the 90s and growing up in the 2000s, there was a plethora of these games to choose from, and it was just a booming time for that genre. And I recently saw that one of the games from that era, Croc, is actually coming back and getting a full remake for modern consoles. And as well as that, we're also getting a remake of Yooka-Replaylee, a game that was a spiritual successor to banjo-kazooie, and that one is called Yooka-Replaylee. I want to talk about these in this video today because I really think we are heading towards a resurgence of this genre, and I mean like a real one, not just like an indie one. And I think they might point to the biggest game I have wanted my whole life, maybe eventually being made, Banjo-Tooie. Let's talk about it. What's up guys, Mike here. Welcome back to the channel. For more gaming content and more pop culture content like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button. So Croc, The Legend of the Gobbos was a game on PlayStation 1. I don't think it actually hit any other systems, and I had it back in the day. To be really honest, I remember it kind of feeling like a lesser version of a Banjo-Kazooie or a Mario 64. I mean, I gotta say, Nintendo and Rare in particular were just the masters of making games like this. And so whenever I went over to the PlayStation 1 and played their versions of it, like Croc and another one that was like a Bugs Bunny 3D platformer I had, I just really didn't think it was great. Over the years, I've always been really excited when new 3D platformers are being made because I think it might finally lead to the nostalgia market like me, and hopefully you, if you're watching this video, spending their money to signify to game developers that these games are worth making.
Shut up and take my money!
Because at the end of the day, we sometimes forget that these games are being made for money. I think it's easy as consumers to think of our own entertainment first, but we don't think of the other side that is the business of video games, and that video games have to sell copies to become profitable to the people who make them. And that's all well and good. I totally understand that. But I think the thing is, like, this Croc remake, even though I didn't like the original Croc, it looks really good. It looks like it's updated for modern systems. I definitely am going to check it out. But the problem is, if people don't go out and buy this game, it's going to be another signifier to the industry that people don't want these games. And you know what? Maybe I am the only person who wants these games to be big again. I mean, Banjo-Tooie is probably my favorite game of all time, and I've played so many of these games. Even stuff like Ratchet & Clank, Jak and Daxter, Super Mario Odyssey, you know, all of those games are such a fundamental part of my childhood, and I would love to replay them. I would replay any of them any day of the week. And I wonder if a studio can take a chance at remaking something like Croc, which, to be honest, was like a known game back in the day, but I would never have said it was like a very well-regarded game. Like, I think a lot of kids played it, but I think comparatively to something like Super Mario 64 or Banjo-Kazooie, which were around at the same time, I never would have thought Croc, of all games, would get a remake. I kind of thought that IP would just be dead. So the fact that someone out there is willing to take a risk on this game and hopefully capitalize on the nostalgia market really says a lot to me about where this genre could head in the future. As I said, I am so long awaiting the infamous Banjo-Tooie, this metaphorical game that was mentioned in the post-credit scene essentially of Banjo-Tooie that may never ever come. And a lot of people, including Grant Kirkhope, a composer who wrote all the music for Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie, obviously that is upsetting, but I really do think there is a market there. And I think that's what the makers of this Croc remake are seeing. And I really do believe that if we all get together and vote with our wallets and buy this game, then we might have a chance of getting more in the future. That's why I was also happy to see Yooka-Replaylee announced. I think a lot of people were very negative toward this game when it came out. It was a spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie, but people just didn't seem to like it very much, which I think contributed to Grant Kirkhope's negativity around a new Banjo game. He said in a tweet that he was worried that even if they put all this love and effort into it, people are just going to hate it and slag it off on day one anyway. I actually thought Yooka-Replaylee was a great game. I really enjoyed it a lot, and I'm not just saying that. I didn't think it was anywhere near as bad as people were saying it was. But the idea of Yooka-Replaylee, again, is to kind of modernize it a bit more and bring it into modern consciousness. And the fact that Playtonic, the developer of that game, of which Grant Kirkhope was, I guess, employed or contracted by, are making a remake and putting time, effort, and resources into it, does suggest to me that maybe, just maybe again, there might be something happening in this genre. Overall, I am so fascinated by the world of 3D platformers. I think there is a special part inside me that just grew up with them and is now like totally obsessed with them. And so if you are like me and you want more of this stuff, go and buy Croc, go and buy Yooka-Replaylee, and then cross your fingers every day and every night for the rest of your life that banjo-tooie will eventually come. Whew, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hey, if you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Comment below, are you going to buy any of these games? Did you play Croc growing up? What are your thoughts on this remake? What are your thoughts on the genre? I'd like to know your thoughts down below. While I've got you, I'm all over the internet doing dumb stuff that I think is cool. I have a blog, I have a podcast. All of them are down in the description below as well. And if you want to watch some more of my videos, you can check this one out. YouTube thinks you might like it. But if you just want to watch a bunch of gaming videos, here's like a playlist of a bunch of Nintendo videos I've done. So check that out. That's pretty much it from me. My name's In Radio Mike. This has been The Inside of My Mind, and I will catch you later.